Well, the Senate finally aligns with the House, overwhelmingly passing the $95 billion in foreign aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. But it leaves many U.S. taxpayers wondering, what's in it for us? Let's bring in Victoria Coates, former Deputy National Security Advisor to President Trump. So Vladimir Zelensky was one person who was happy to see this passed. Here's what he told our Greg Palcott earlier today. Listen here.
I want to thank you for such significant support, very important support to President Biden, to Congress, to Mike Johnson, bipartisan support. I hope that President Biden will sign the law, which is so important, crucial for our lives, as fast as possible. Otherwise, they will push us back.
So he's happy about it, but you're saying, wait a second here.
Well, and President Zelensky is right to be happy about it. From his perspective, he does need this support, and I think he is also correct that there is broad bipartisan support for giving assistance to Ukraine. And, you know, we at the Heritage Foundation certainly understand the desirability of pushing back on Vladimir Putin. Our problem, John, is the way that this is budgeted, which is not President Zelensky's concern. All of these supplementals have been rammed through as emergency, and certainly an argument could be made in 2022, right after the war started. It was an emergency. We're now well over 2 years into it. And I don't think our children and grandchildren should have to take on another $60 billion in debt because we can't get this budgeted properly. We knew last year this would be coming.
So you're saying that countries like China are looking at this and saying, wow, we've really got the U.S. in an advantageous position.
Well, and I think as we look at China, of course, Russia and Iran are not making decisions independent of Beijing at this point. So I think you can see the tumult in the Middle East. You can see what's going on in Ukraine. It's something China sanctions. And when they see us on top of that, burdening our economy with yet more debt, which they know dampens our economic might, I think they see this as a win.
Yeah. I want to put up a map of the Russian-occupied areas of Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson. Things haven't changed much. In fact, if anything, the Russians have gained back some ground. Is this package of munitions going to help out?
Well, I certainly hope so. You know, the problem is it will take time to implement. When the NATO Secretary General came to Heritage in January of this year, he said that the Ukrainians had essentially taken back half the territory that Putin had grabbed in his original invasion, and that might be the map that we're looking at going forward. You know, that's a decision for the Ukrainians, but certainly if they're starting to lose ground, you know, if you know, that we have to ask at some point, you know, have we gotten to the point of our greatest return?
Yeah, so it sort of sounds like hold the ground and then maybe a negotiated solution at some point. I want to ask you about this because this really dovetails into everything we've been talking about today. You are giving a speech at your alma mater, the University of Pennsylvania, tomorrow. And it's to talk about free speech. And you've got how much security traveling with you?
Unfortunately, we've got 3 levels between the campus police and the Philadelphia cops and then a personal security detail, which is deeply sobering, John, that, you know, in 2024, for me to go to my own campus and talk about free speech, talk about why anti-Semitism is a problem that we have to confront in this country, I need armed guards. Something is wrong. That means speech isn't free. That means I have to pay. Heritage has to pay. The city of Philadelphia has to pay for me to be able to speak my mind. Wow. And that's a dangerous situation. So as we look at everything from Columbia to Texas to California, you know, this is a big problem for the United States.
Well, we wish you safe travels.
Thank you.
I hope they take good care of you.
I think
Thanks,
they will.
Vic. Thanks for coming in.
Здесь скользя между тенями. Здесь каждый день это битва за место под солнцем, за славу, за благо. Но я не боюсь, я готов сражаться, ведь я знаю, что моя жизнь это не игра. Мой город, он такой разный, красивый, грязный, опасный, но я люблю его, ведь это мой дом, мой мир.